Hello, this is Perished Garden. Welcome to my 9 to 5. Today we are starting off with prepping dinner. This is early in the morning, and I am going to marinate it in just the Italian dressing. You know, that oily, salty, flavory, yummy stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, what does that say? I'll zoom in. Um, it's Italian dressing. Just shake it up, add it in there, mix it around. Make sure you got plenty in there, and you just shake it, and top and bottom, and call it a day. And the leftover chicken, you wrap it up and put it in the fridge. I don't always prep this early, but since I knew I wanted that, or the kids had asked for that, I know that the Italian seasoning takes a while for the flavor to really um, permeate the chicken. And since I did use chicken on the counter, you spray it down with bleach, and eventually you wipe it down. Um, yeah, you you usually don't see me prepping food this early. That's it. What else did I do today? Just wiping down. Oh, gotta wash that. That's the pan I'm gonna use to cook it in, so yeah, I should probably wash it. I don't remember when was the last time I used it. Oh, you know what? There was like a hamburger video. I think that was the last time I used it, so that's like a lot of delicious hamburger.
But it's still good to clean it, so that way all that yummy hamburger juice doesn't have nasty hamburger bacteria. So I just recorded about 13 minutes of audio with no audio. Welcome to my life. No wonder I give up. Okay, so you can see that pan is getting a little dirty there because, you know, juices and stuff. And then after this, I put it on the stove. It's kind of crusty there, but after I get all the crusties out, I put it on the stove. I dry it off and I put it on the stove on low heat, so that way the extra water could evaporate. And then I quickly put oil on it and spread it around with a brush. You know, see, brush. That that helps avoid water staying on there. But then there's also this thing called flash rusting, which after washing and then heating up like this will cause. But if you quickly get oil on it, it helps solve that problem and keep the pan nice and slippery. Yeah. Recording without recording. Story of my life, let me tell you. I'm annoyed, but I don't want to give up the small amount of motivation I have for this. This is easily fleeting. So I finally find a video to watch. Yeah, cleaning. You know what sucks about this is, like, once I say something like that, I'm definitely the mindset of, like, just put the information out there and just let it float in the world, and it's no longer your problem. Unless the floating was hindered by a lack of battery in your microphone. Oh, I think I mentioned something about the puppy over there on the outside of the window. I think it's funny when they, like, see me or just hear me, and they're like out in the window just looking to see if they can spot me. But because I'm just like standing there, I can stand pretty still, and they can't really see if it's me or not. Now, I'm pretty sure I told you about how that blender smells. And then I show you here the crusty that it has. It turns out that all that crustiness, thankfully I did not put water on it. But all of that crustiness is lubricant for the gears. So thankfully I didn't ruin that. I didn't water it, and I just wiped around on the plastic side, but still. I think I'm just over that blender. I honestly do hate blenders. They're just cumbersome. And then that one doesn't really make everything creamy. It just mixes everything and kind of chops stuff up. The cup is the one that makes everything super creamy. I think that one stinks too. Yeah, here I am, just doing some dishes. Oh, now time to go outside and feed this big old baby. I had said something about him earlier, or I was talking about something. It wasn't this quiet earlier, but I forgot what I was talking about. He really does like... He likes playing with his toys, and he really goes through his food really fast. Which is why I give him his food and his toys. So he's like, not only trying to figure out how to use it, like he has like a minute, and then whatever he eats is like only a little bit at a time. Because he will hork everything down and make himself throw up. And that slow feeder, he definitely requires that. I never thought, like... Some dogs are just the way they are. And some dogs are big horkers. You know, hork everything down really fast. And he's definitely one of those. It's funny because he is kind of food motivated. Not really. Like, it just depends on if he feels like being food motivated. Because there'll be days where he's hungry, but he just won't eat. And then here comes the little one, trying to be the boss. He's trying to figure out what she found, and is trying to take an interest in her interests. And she's just like, nope, get away from me. This is my food. You only exist because I allow it. And it's like, no, you're not the boss. Okay, now we're inside. Alright, so we're using that glue. So I stretched out that fabric from last time. And now I am going to put the nails in, you know, the nails that I took out last time. See the little bucket of nails there? I am going to put the nails back in the holes where they came from. I'm not going to put all the nails back. So what I did
is I put the nail through the string, and then I put the nail in the hole where the original hole is, because I didn't want to try and hammer it and bend the nail and not have it go in as far as it possibly could. And once I had the nail on the string in the hole, try to keep that in order, I put glue on it. And once I put glue on it, I finished hammering it in. Now, some nails just popped out of the hole after I put glue there. In that case, I would really try to shove the glue into the hole as much as I could and try to realign the nail into the hole. That was hard to see. And I would hammer that in. And you see all the glue just kind of out of the way. That's one thing. I did this along the edges of the chair hole there, and then along the straps. So you see how right now the string is from the top going down up against the strap there? So yeah, that was my only guideline. Yeah, that was it. Now I'm telling you, I had 13 minutes of this already recorded. Oh, no, I'm at 12 minutes, so yeah, I did pretty good. I thought I was at 6 minutes. But I am falling asleep. This is boring. I already saw this. Sitting on that chair, that little step stool that I'm sitting on, is horrible. That's why I want this chair, because it's kind of low. And sometimes you have a few low projects. And so you need a little something to sit on. Honestly, I think I want to get rid of those arm rests thingies. But I don't know. Oh, I did say, did I say? I don't know if you heard this, but I did say it, that this is just another excuse to embroider something. So, yes, I've got to build and finish this project so I can embroider the pillow that's going to go there. I feel like embroidery is going to be more of a working Oh, sorry, I was watching something over here, about to watch children get run over. No, I am not hoping for that. It's just people are walking across the street and there's cars going. There is a crosswalk. They are not at the crosswalk. Anyways, I am kind of thinking of, making embroidery my Etsy thing. But for now, for what you people are interested in, I am just trying to get my house clean. I am trying to get my garden in order, and I am trying to work on whatever random projects I have in my house for my current entertainment. That is it. And right now, my current project is weaving that's the word, weaving this twine through this chair so it could have some sturdiness. Stability. A place to put my big butt on. Because that hole is not going to be it. So after I put the strings from the camera to the back of the chair and back to the front, I had to go from right to left and left to right. And I did all of that without cutting the twine. So once I had it front to back and then side to side, I still didn't cut the twine. I kind of measured. I think you might see me here doing it. I don't know when I did it. But I measured how much string I would need to go diagonally. Twice. So after I measured that twice, and I think, well, I probably measured like I would need. I measured more than what I needed. That. And then once I measured that twice, then I cut it. And then I was able to slip everything through. And I was kind of hoping, I don't know if you've ever seen someone do weaving, where they have like a stick and all of the rope is wrapped around that stick, and then they're able to just kind of throw that stick across the weave and just release enough. See, look, here I am measuring. And they're able to throw that stick across the weave, and they have like a row of twine or string or whatever it is they use for their project, and then they do whatever it is, they tap it down, and so I did that. I measured it, and then once I pulled all the string out, I tried to wrap it on something, but then I realized that I made my initial grid there really tight, so I have no slack for bundles of twine to be passed through, so that way I can make this crazy base that I have in mind. So yeah, I did have an idea of how to make this easier and just pass one bit of it, but then I quickly realized that was not gonna work, because I do think you see me wrap it up, and that was a no-go. So right here, I'm just trying to pass everything through the way it's supposed to pass through. Which, let me tell you, really kind of like shaves off weird edges from the twine. There's like a lot of frayed. That's the word, frayed. There's a lot of frayed edges on twine, and they kind of get caught onto each other and just get pushed around when you're pulling them through things. So yeah, there's a lot of work to get this through properly. Oh, here I am wrapping it up. It was a waste of time. A lot of work. But I got it done. I was trying to see how it gets knotted up. That's what I was trying to avoid. But I tried. I did my best.
It did not get knotted up. That does not make it easy. See the little ball of twine I have there? That would have been perfect to just be able to right on through, but no. I am sleepy. All right, it's the next day. The microphone is charged. I've had my coffee, but I'm still sleepy. Let's finish this. I am fixing that little corner there. I clearly put the string down wrong. I have to go over it and hammer that down. More glue. Yeah, it looks like I'm just finishing up the last of it. I think here I'm thinking about how it was a waste of time to roll that up into a little ball. I've got what, 6 minutes of this video still? So yeah, now I have to figure out how to push that through without ruining everything. But it's like the tangle up at the bottom wherever this lands is what I have to keep in mind. But I eventually figure it out and it works out. So since this is fresh in my mind, just wanted to say that all of my old videos are being shoved out this week. Is this still part of that same week? Either way, hopefully next week everything is just a week behind. It got to like about 2 weeks behind, and this is like 3 or 4 weeks behind. More like 3 weeks behind. But I don't need that much gap, and I'm trying to change the way I record everything. Just so I could keep that motivation to keep recording, but this phone thing is there's just a few things that need to get fixed. So hopefully we are well, what do I want to say? In case you haven't noticed, I don't pre-write anything. Like, I hear people saying things like have a script. That sounds like a whole production. I don't live my life like that. No. But yeah, I'm just kind of on the fly, winging it. Fake it till you make it type of attitude. I think the way I do this is like I have a goal. I have a purpose, and I try to see what will get me there. I don't know. I think that's kind of why when I put some pre-thought effort into something and it doesn't work out, it kind of just really sucks. And since I did do something, I don't want to just give up on that effort. So that's why I'm pushing all these videos out. They're there. I just need to talk on them. So let's talk. I can't not learn something. I mean, I can. I think that just takes way more effort to like pretend you didn't learn that. So let's get what we learned and just apply it at your own pace. It's kind of the stage I'm at. Right now, I'm kind of just like daydreaming, zoning out, and trying not to put too much pressure on myself.
So I took off and I came back and I'm still working on this. I have about 2 minutes of this video. But you can see how I'm zigzagging diagonally there. That's just so you could have more oomph, I guess, support. I'm really relying on that glue, not necessarily the nails, because the nails are put back into a hole that already existed, so they are not fully grippy. So I am relying strongly on that glue to hold everything up. I do plan on putting like a wooden base or some sort of board across the entire hole. The pillow that was on there fits way too perfectly. So as long as it covers up that pillow, I know it will cover up that hole. I'm hoping that's enough. And I picked this up off the side of the road, so I'm not too sad or worried about it. Like I said, this is just basically so I could have something to embroider, because for some reason, that's what I want to fixate on. But thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow, or whatever day the next video is coming out. Bye.